High 27-7. Everybody was stunned, and we just thought, well, was Lee flat? Were they looking ahead to Permian? Did they turn the ball over? How could they possibly have lost that game? Well, I think we're seeing today that was probably no fluke, that Arlington looks to be about as good of a football team as we've seen for a long time.
Lloyd Hill comes to the left side. Miller is split to the right, backs to the left behind Mike Winchell. Panthers will start it from their own 13. Winchell to the air. It is caught by Hill. He'll go out of bounds with it. A quick pick on first down.
Nice catch by Lloyd, huh? You've got to make the play, and the pass was a little bit wide, and then you've got to stay in bounds. Watch him juggle and also get the feet down. Man.
That'll be a pickup of 4.
Turn the ball over. 16, 17-year-old high school kids. That's phenomenal.
Under the 6-minute mark. 3rd and 13 becomes 3rd and 18. Mike Winchell to throw. Puts it in the air, long for Lloyd Hill, and it is completed! Lloyd Hill down at the 1-foot line!
Oh, what a play! Lloyd's made 2 great catches. I thought the ball was going to be picked off. Hey, what'd I tell you? No cheering in the press box. Oh, nice play.
Watch Mike Winchell. Just over the hands of the defender for Arlington, who was Chris Cordero, and
Lloyd Hill.
Clay Duncan ready to get over the football and give it back to Mike Winchell. 3rd and 10. Winchell. Completed. See where they spot it. First down, Mojo.
Spot them,
baby. To Lloyd Hill. Oh, the 44-yard line, and Permian has picked up the first down.
Most of the patterns have gone Lloyd's way. This is a curl in, and Mike is throwing the ball well. Right there, you'll see the spot. Lloyd caught the ball at the 44. He had to make past the 43.
11-10 and counting left in the game. The Panthers send Lloyd Hill and Robert Brown to the right side. 1st and 10 at the Colt 48. Backs are split to the right behind Mike Winchell. Winchell to Miles. Miles on the end around. Gives it to Lloyd Hill. Hill looks for a receiver down the field. Looks for Brown. Robert Brown has the football. He has the football. Robert Brown inside the 5.
Mojo. The car is going crazy. Watch the play. It almost didn't work in the backfield. Watch this, Kurt. The handoff to Sean on the pitch. He's almost tackled for a loss. And then Lloyd barely gets the play off. Watch the bomb. He's going to throw this ball 50 yards in the air. Robert Brown is there. Watch the stretch. Oh, baby cakes.
1st and goal, Mojo.
16 situation coming up.
Sport special. Left behind him. Winchell.
We throw the post route to Lloyd Hill. Mike Winchell throws a perfect strike, and it's 6 points for Permian.
That's one of the prettiest passes Mike's thrown all year long, right in there.
Good connection, good pass protection up front. Mike laid it right on the money, and Lloyd made a good catch right inside the end line.
Winchell back to pass, throws this side to Hill. Hill shakes him out at the 25, the 20, 15, 10, foot race, touchdown, Odessa Permian. 57 seconds left. Wooden under pressure, throws complete. First down at the Marshall 29-yard line to Hill.
The clock will stop just for a moment. The clock.
High school football in the state of Texas, that's one of the rule changes that have come in the last several years.
So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 15 from the 21-yard line. That's Hill, or make that, yes, Lloyd Hill in motion. Winchell trying to find him and does so at the 29. Hill spins and will be knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 3 Rebels were there to knock him out short of a first down.
Gabe Vasquez was one of the first ones in there, along with Mark Wyatt and others. Good pass, good catch. Lloyd Hill does a good job of moving the football after he catches it. He backs up on him, picks up that extra 2 or 3 yards, and finally Gabe Vasquez comes Ruckman, and they were both in there to make the stop for about a 1-yard gain.
We'll call it 2nd and 8. Second play coming up for the Panthers from their own 38-yard line. Brown to the left. Pitch coming back now to Lloyd Hill, who is in the backfield, and Hill breaks it for a first down. As it gets near midfield, pushed out of bounds just shy of the 49-yard line. Nice run out of the backfield by Lloyd Hill, who you normally see catching the passes. That time just catching the flip from quarterback Mike Winchell.
And that was Vince Henderson who came up to make the stop that time. Well, football weather is when you play football, but this is more atypical.
Oh, very clever. First and 10 from the 23-yard line. 10:55 to go in the first half. Winchell gives it back to Lloyd Hill. Out of the backfield again. Hill, nice move across the 25-yard line. Picks up about 5 yards.
I think both coaches are very, very much determined that they must establish a strong running presence in this ball game. Permian's experienced a great deal of success this year throwing the football, but tonight
At first and 10.
About the 40-yard line.
They'll put it at the 40 with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Permian leading at 14 to 10.
You were going to say they're leading 10 to 14.
That's not easy to do.
Stop.
It's never been done. Hill to the right, Brown to the left. Winchell to throw. Looking for Lloyd Hill. Long, deep. Hill catches it at the 10, and that's a mojo touchdown for Lloyd Hill.
That's the difference in the Permian offense this year from what it's been in the past. In the past, it was grind for the whole ball game. This year, they have a passing attack, and they can strike with that big play strike, and that really does demoralize the defense that just got through holding the other team. Beautiful job of catching the football right over his shoulder. Looks back at the official, or I guess it was the official. I guess he thought maybe that was Lee Rebel coming up there.
60 yards.
Extra turf in front of him.
Comer still picks up the first down. It'll be first and 10. The ball out to the 37. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Brian Chavez lines up wide right. Adrian Villa to the left. Lloyd Hill in motion to the near side of the field. As Winchell looks to throw to Hill. Completed. Hill knocked out of bounds. Short pickup on the pass play as he's knocked out at the 40-yard line by Mike Wyatt.
Perhaps as much advantage to that as anything else is the fact that he did get out of bounds and stop the clock, conserving it with 2 minutes, 14 seconds left to play. The Permian Panthers on the short end of a 22-21 score is Lloyd Hill.
A 1-yard loss will make it 3rd and 7 from the 32. Less than 6 minutes to go in the third. Hill, or that is Brown to the right side. Winchell to throw. Winchell across the middle. Completed to Lloyd Hill. Flag on the play as Lloyd Hill has a first down going out of bounds in Rebel territory at the 48. But 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Lee leads it by 1 point, 22-21. Permian on the move. First and 10 at the Rebel 18. Robert Brown to the left. The pitch comes back now to Lloyd Hill out of the backfield. Hill spins inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. A tough 5 yards for Lloyd Hill.
Good, hard running by Lloyd Hill this time. Lloyd Hill primarily known as a receiver, but he has demonstrated tonight that he can run. He can run pretty well in some heavy traffic. He does a good job of spinning and moving and driving, keeping those feet moving and gaining a little bit to make the stop and dropped him about 3 yards short of the first down.
1:45 and counting down. 3rd and 3 from the 44. Hill in motion. Winchell to Hill. First down. Hill will go out at the 40-yard line. Make it the 41.
Oh, Winchell to Hill one more time does what has to be done, and it's Wyatt and Vasquez once again who make the stop as Lloyd Hill does a good job of moving with the football. Lloyd Hill's a little tough to bring.
Arlington Lamar. Vikings head coach Eddie Peach entered the quarterfinal game with Baylor commit J.J. Joe under center. However, Permian's defense declawed the future Bear, leading the Panthers to a 28-7 win, setting up the game of the year.
Against Midland High, the defense made their mark on the Bulldogs, giving up just 140 total yards and 7 first downs. The offense had scored 44 points by halftime on their way.
Tonight, and Permian and Lee play to sellouts just about every week. Their offense much more balanced than is the Midland Lee offense out of that wishbone. Here's a 2nd down and 5. The quick pass. Ty Chambers, the intended receiver out there. Check that. The intended receiver.
Lloyd Hill caught that.
Lloyd Hill.
Nice slant pass. Quick 3-stop drop. Slant pass for Lloyd Hill coming inside with his good hands. That's a good combination. Again, you can see why.
Carries 27 yards. Here's a 3rd down and 8. Just over a minute to go in the first quarter. That's Lloyd Hill in motion behind the quarterback, Stoney Case. Who wants to throw? Great catch by Hill at the 40-yard line. 1st down, Permian. Nice play. The ball wasn't that well thrown. Actually, a little behind him, wasn't it, Ed?
Oh, yeah. That just shows you, again, the concentration that Hill has, the type of hands that he has. And you can see in the early part of this ball game why he's been chosen as the first-team Texas super team. Watch this move. He makes a move to the outside. The ball's thrown. Makes a great adjustment. Almost does a 180-degree turn back to the inside. That pass to him. Defensive back had slipped. Hill may have taken out all the way to the goal line. I guess so. He didn't win it. He hasn't lost a race. He runs that 400 meters at 47.2. There's not many people can run it that fast.
And a rare 3-year starter in Texas high school football. Here's a 2nd down and 10. Top of your screen, Adrian Villa, Arve Villa, and Comer the setbacks. Case going for it all, has it all. Lloyd Hill, touchdown.
Well, that was a great play by Hill. He faked the slant, the same play they've run several times. He faked like he was going to run the slant pass. Then the pump fake by Case, and then Hill turned and went straight downfield. It was a foot race, and of course, with his great speed, Ty Chambers, the deep there, he's coming out of the slant fast break right there. Now Chambers, he's running, trying to play catch-up. He almost gets there, but look at the great concentration by Lloyd Hill.
I'm a believer, Ed. He is a blue chipper as they tack on the extra point. And early in the second quarter, we have a new score.
Oh, well, he goes back like he faked the, see the pump fake where he faked the slant? Now he's going outside. Hill now is taking off and going down, just running a streak pattern on down the sideline. Look at the great concentration. That's hard to catch the ball when you got someone kind of in your face. You can see why he was on the #1 Texas Super All-Star team before the season started. And of course, you got to give the Odessa position
for the Midland Lee Rebels.
There's another shot.
One more shot of it.
See, 1, 2, 3. Now watch him make a little fake to the inside on the slant. Now he just takes off and outruns the secondary. Good shot. Look at this concentration. Look at those eyes concentrating, watching that ball all the way in.
Well, it would appear that Lee may not have the speed to stay with Lloyd Hill. That could be a problem for Earl Miller and his coaching staff tonight. Trying to Nomer. Loses 5 yards. It's 2nd and 15. Big number 74 there is Ray Melgosa. He weighs 240 pounds. They've been running at him a lot tonight. In motion, Lloyd Hill. Case, he has an arm. Hill's open, and he makes the catch between 2 defenders. They beat Ty Chambers again, but Chambers had pretty good coverage.
Chambers made a great play on it. He wasn't beaten. He was in great position in center field. You got to give all that credit to that man there, number 18, Lloyd Hill. There's not a thing wrong with the defense of Midland Lee. You got a man on the outside running right with him. Ty Chambers is sitting back in great position. Look at Chambers right there. Hill just goes up and takes it away. Great play by the offensive player. You can see again why Lloyd Hill will be heavily recruited this offseason.
45-yard pass and catch.
That gives him 39 for the year. Look at this pass. Good pass. But again, Chambers is in great position. This Hill just goes up and takes it away from him. That's a 6'1" going against a 5'8" person.
Second
way in, he wanted to break the long run.
So he's still stuck on 4 catches, and Permian is still stuck on 3rd and 11. This would be a big score if they can keep this drive going. 6:11 to go in the third. Villa in motion. Comer blocking for Case. Hill open again.
First down at the 15-yard line.
Great pattern run by Lloyd Hill. He came way down to the inside like he was going to be running into the post. Then he breaks it back outside like he's going to the outside to the corner. See the defensive back that far off of it because they were anticipating he was going to come inside as he's been doing most of the night. There it comes down. Now watch him break to the inside a little bit. Now back to the outside. Good concentration. This time he looks it all the way in. Look at him looking that one all the way in. No, he didn't make the same mistake twice.
That guy is great when he's falling down. He never misses like that. That's the way he caught the touchdown pass a while ago. Done more than his share tonight, but oh, that 5 yards looks like an eternity right now to the Midland Lee Rebels. But it's not enough if you're a Permian Panther. 7 seconds to go, maybe the final play of this football game. Offset I formation. Henderson, the scrambler, ball out, and that may be the ball game with 1 second to go. Permian comes up with it, and this football game is over. Vince Henderson, Greg Rich and their teammates on Midland Lee's side of the field, very disappointed. Look at Permian's celebration. You've got the gamut of emotions here. Mantry Dietrich, number 24, scrambler who'd done so much. Take a look at it one more time. I don't think Scrambler ever had the football. Good job by Permian to
this time for a bi-district championship.
Case looking for Lloyd Hill, and that's a mojo touchdown. Case looking for Lloyd Hill. Hill with 2 men on him. Catches it. That's a mojo touchdown. Lloyd Hill in double coverage catches it for 6. Receiver is wide right. Tony Case looks to throw. Case has time. Now comes out of the pocket. Looking downfield for Lloyd Hill. And it's completed. Down the 15-yard line. Lloyd Hill catches the ball.
Baseball player, but he came back this season and he's had an effective year. He scored 17 touchdowns.
2nd and 9. First time this afternoon, Stoney Case goes to the air. He's got Lloyd Hill, the All-American that we talked about. Gary Martin's on the stop.
They have to get the ball into Lloyd Hill's hands. You see that 73 receptions, over 1,400 yards, and last year he had 69 receptions. So he catches the football. This is the one way to get the ball in his hands. Just a short pass, and now it's Lloyd Hill's turn to show his athletic ability, and he runs over the muscle.
Has the advantage in the defensive line with their size. All their defensive linemen go at least 200 pounds and over. Steve Strahan is 6'2", 260, so they have the size advantage in the defensive line.
Gain of 1 on the last play, 2nd and 9, and again they'll pass. Near side, it's Lloyd Hill again. Deion Cook on the coverage.
Scott, that's the key to containing Lloyd Hill. You can't really stop him, but you contain him by keeping him in front of you, let him catch the short passes, and then attack him with the pursuit of the defense.
Gain of 5 on the coverage. Ball hit Matt Pomeroy in the back. But Permian retains possession. And they take over 1st and 10. Stoney Case to Lloyd Hill along the near sidelines.
I got a feeling, Scott, they're trying to set up the Mustang defense by throwing these short passes to Hill. I guess that's their game plan in the first quarter. You see it's just a short out, a quick out, but it is for a good gain for 9 yards. And eventually they'll probably run that same pattern, but have Hill take it to the sideline and turn it up.
The first down, so it'll be third down now. Just short of the 35. Leon Comer, the double setbacks. He'll pass on third down. Oh, he gets popped right away, and I don't think he got it. Pass was completed. Stony Case to Lloyd Hill, but Gary Martin's right there to make the stop. It is enough. I'm sorry, I got the yard lines mixed up. I was looking at the 35 and the 40. We're not at midfield. I might explain that here. We're down at one end of the field here, so the peripheral vision and what have you is a little tough to see from the vantage of the 12. Mia again in motion. Gets it off. It's caught. And it's complete. First and goal, Odessa Permian.
Scott, you got to wonder, how could this Lloyd Hill keep getting open? It's just amazing. Case is looking for him all the way, and he throws it out. And watch his job on the sidelines. Excellent, excellent catch. Lloyd Hill is really showing me something. In high school,
said this is not a passing team. 5 yards all last week through the air. 454 on the ground. It'll be interesting to see what they do here in their own end. Forced to pass. He drops back. He's got some time. He's got a man. Lloyd Hill, the All-America wide receiver, was out of bounds. He was defending on the play. He goes both ways. It was intended for Asif Harris. He's the team's leading receiver with 324 yards in the year. Not much, but as we said, they don't pass much.
Lloyd Hill turns out to be the receiver on this play. He looks like the receiver. You see him from the reverse angle. He lays it up there, and look, watch this catch by Lloyd Hill. Unbelievable hands. You know, Scott, he's a two-way.
Aldine in their first ever state championship game, trying to pull it in 7, and boy, a steep pop by Lloyd Hill.
Before that, that'll warm me up. It's like, look, a Womack's going somewhere. What's Lloyd Hill? Ooh. And he's a wide receiver. I've never seen a wide receiver hit like that. Plays both ways. There it is again. This is a big league hit. That is a big league hit. Nice job by Womack.
They played with heart from day one, and I think that heart goes a long way.